What's good, Washington fans? Another day, another mini camp, another day, another dollar. So, from what I've been hearing, man, Benjamin St. Juste had a heck of a day. Batted some passes down. He strapped up Terry on one play and stood over him very disrespectfully. Just stood over that man after he had made a big pass breakup play on Terry McLaurin. So, I'm excited about Ben St. Juste, man. Another third round pick. He possibly could be a third round gem. Now, I'm not going to get too hyped up because we did hear about Jimmy Moreland balling in minicamp a couple years ago where he had a couple pick sixes. And then we did hear about Troy Apke balling in training camp. So I am going to temper my expectations for the rookie. But I'm just hearing nothing but good things and glowing things. And third round picks, we have hit on our third round picks recently. So it's a lot to be optimistic with this guy. And, this will be fun with Benjamin St. Juste because the crowd, we can yell, Juice, just like we used to yell Fred Smoot back in the day, Smoot. So we haven't had a player with a last name like that where we could just yell at his name and be real smooth like Juice. So I'm excited for him. The guy he's a tall corner, lengthy corner, good wingspan, good speed, good instinct. So I'm just hearing nothing but good things. So, but we'll start day 2 of mandatory minicamp, and also Chase Young has been balling. We'll talk about him because of course people were debating on whether he should have been OTAs. We talked about this yesterday, but the man's just putting in the work. He's showing that he's a leader, putting a hard hat on, getting to work. Basically had a sack today, was wreaking havoc once again, being a leader, being loud, being a cheerleader for his teammates, just being a vocal leader that he is. He's just a guy that rallies the troops and shows that he's the captain of this team, that when he's ready to work, he's there. He's ready to rock. So no drop off from Chase Young. So like he said, he hasn't been sitting around eating a bag of chips, watching TV. This man's been working, and it's showing already in minicamp. So as we'll go in order, so we'll talk about the people who are basically kind of like an injury report or an absence report. That's how I usually do it for minicamp. Then we'll talk about big plays that were made that were reported by some beat reporters for the Washington football team. And then we'll talk about the press conferences at the end, and then we'll react. Of course, Montez Sweat said some things about the vaccine that have gone viral now. I remember when Kirk Cousins said, "If I die, I die," talking about the virus. I don't think it's that bad as what Kirk Cousins said, but and Ron Rivera got a nurse or something, not a nurse, but a doctor to come in and talk to the team and inform them more about the vaccine. So we'll talk briefly about that. I just want to kind of keep it about football, but it is interesting what Montez Sweat had to say. So we'll talk about what he said towards the end. Like I said, I'll react to the press conferences. So let's get to the injury report. Curtis Samuel out today again with the groin injury. Was not seen at practice. John Bostic or Jimmy Moreland were not there. They had excused absences. They weren't there yesterday either. J.D. McKissick was not there today as well. So it looks like they had excused absences. And Tim Settle was on the sidelines in street clothes, as Charles Barkley called Anthony Davis, street clothes from the Lakers. But Tim Settle was in street clothes, dealing with an ailment. I'm not going to make fun of Tim Settle at all for having an ailment. But he didn't practice today. So those are the guys that were out. Let's talk about the guys that made plays. So this is from Zach Selby. He's just talking about Sammy Reyes, the tight end. Pete Horner did call Logan Thomas a top 7 tight end in the league, and I agree with that. I think Logan Thomas was really good. I thought he outperformed Austin Hooper, who we really wanted to sign, who got signed for a big contract. I thought Logan Thomas outperformed Evan Ingram, who made a Pro Bowl. I thought Logan Thomas was just as good as Hunter Henry last year. So I really thought that Logan Thomas had a heck of a year. Definitely a top 10 tight end in the league last year, the way he played. And I think he's going to get even better. I think he's just scratching the surface. Logan Thomas is 30 years old, so he is a little older, not too old being 30, but he just has a lot of potential. He's really just scratching the surface, learning the tight end position. So hopefully they're hoping that Sammy Reyes can do the same thing. Zach Selby is saying that Sammy is right behind Logan Thomas in the line during drills. Pete Horner sees Logan Thomas as a top 7 tight end, and I think this speaks a little to how Sammy's is how eager to watch and learn from Logan Thomas and the coaching staff. So on the first play of team drills, this is from Zach Selby as well. Montez Sweat batted down a pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ron Rivera was talking about Chase yesterday, but I reminded what he said about impact being more than just sack numbers, how disruptive those two is a better indication of the development. So Zach Selby's just talking about Montez Sweat and Chase Young just making plays. Montez Sweat had a lot of batted passes last year. I got to look up his numbers if he led. I don't think he led the league in batted passes, but he was definitely up there. Those were some big plays by him that led to interceptions or just led to big third down plays by Montez Sweat. Calvin Harmon caught a bomb from Taylor Heineke with a receiver running with him in stride. So Calvin Harmon just caught a bomb from Heineke with a receiver running with him in stride. The coaching staff was excited for Harmon before his injury. It'll be interesting to see what he does during camp. So Calvin Harmon caught a deep pass from Taylor Heineke, so I'm excited about that. Like I said, I got Calvin Harmon making the team over AGG. That's just my pick. And I keep saying I know AGG was a 4th-round pick by Ron Rivera, and Calvin was a pick by the last regime. So I know Ron Rivera kind of wants to keep the guys that he brought in, but talent is talent. If Calvin Harmon outplays AGG, it is what it is. I mean, you just got to keep that guy. AGG would probably be put on the practice squad, but a lot of people are going to claim him off waivers because he was a highly touted wide receiver coming out of the draft in a 4th-round pick. So if he doesn't make the team, then he's probably going to be gone. But the competition brings out the best in guys. There's just going to be a really good receiver that just does not make the roster. And I think AGG is that good receiver that's just not going to make it. Calvin Harmon is really, really good. It looks like he's gotten even faster training coming back from the ACL injury, so I'm happy to hear about that. But Taylor Heineke's just balling. Great pass to Calvin Harmon. Zach Selby says another nice operation from Ryan Fitzpatrick and Adam Humphries, who beat his man for a touchdown. I feel like a lot of people forget about Adam Humphries with all the talent at wide receiver, but he has been one of the better slot guys for some time. He might emerge as a piece Washington relies on a lot. And like I said, I'm pretty high on Adam Humphries. Some people don't think he's going to make the roster. Some people have Dax Milne over him. I disagree on that. I get because Dax Milne has been primarily a punt returner so far in practice, which we really, really need badly. But Adam Humphries has that connection with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he's a really good slot receiver. He's a veteran. He knows where to go. He knows how to get open. He knows how to get open in the zone. He knows how to sit down in the seams. And he's a tough guy. He's going to fight for tough yards. He's going to put his head down and try to run over guys. Even though he's small, he just knows how to get open. He's a tough guy. So I got Adam Humphries definitely making a roster. Washington during a 2-minute drill. This is from Zach Selby. Another nice play from Cam Sims, who made a catch over William Jackson III. So Cam Sims had a good day today, too. Cam Sims has been balling so far. They've been the wide receiver coach said that Cam Sims was the glue of the wide receiver group. He said that in an interview a couple of days ago. Cam Sims had a really good year last year. Just dropped the ball a little too much for my liking. But the talent is there. You can't teach 6'5". You just can't teach the athleticism. He has bounce, too. He can jump out the gym. So Cam Sims is going to make the roster. I think he's going to make an impact. He's going to be that 4th or 5th option, but he's going to be probably the best or one of the best 4th or 5th options in the NFL. And this is over William Jackson III, who's going to be our number 1 corner this year. And then he also says, Zach Selby also said, and yet another really good play from Cam Sims, just made a sideline catch with 2 defenders all over him. So in practice, this guy is incredible. Sometimes in the games, it's different from practice in the games. Sometimes he shows out in practice, and in the games, he's like kind of dropping the football, kind of not playing as well under the lights. But I think he's getting better, and he just needs to play more. So that's the thing with Cam Sims. So he makes another incredible catch in practice. This is from Sam Fortier, quarterback Kyle Allen threw a corner end zone fade to tight end Samis Reyes, and Troy Apke broke it up. So that's a good play from Troy Apke. We've been hard on Troy Apke, been dogging him out, but he made a good play on Samis Reyes blocking the pass. And Ron Rivera said, he's giving Troy Apke a chance to try a cornerback, and this could be a way that he can make the roster. He probably won't make the roster at safety since we brought in Bobby McCain, Derek Forrest, and we're loaded at safety. Maybe Apke could provide some depth at that cornerback position. So I'm rooting for Troy Apke. I hope he can make a way on the roster some way, somehow. And he's good at special teams. So this is from Matthew Parrish. He said a good back and forth between the offense and defense today. Montez Sweat batted a Fitzpatrick pass, and McLaurin said something along the lines of what that would have been a touchdown too. Then Taylor Heineke just hit Calvin Harmon on a bomb. That was from a couple plays that I already read from before. They said the defense dominated against the offense today. Ron Rivera was also saying that the defense is learning the players. They're getting used to the plays. So you keep saying the same plays over and over. The defense gets used to them. So that is a part of it. But the defense is playing well. This is from Rhiannon Walker. She said, well, I'm here to tell y'all Antonio Gibson is looking better than last year. Just had a huge run on the left side. Great cut and hit the afterburners to get 15-plus yards on a play. So that's good to hear from Antonio Gibson. Coming back from that turf toe. Still feeling pain. Some people are concerned about it, but I think he'll be ready for the season. I would not play him in preseason. I just would not. And they want to get more. They want him to catch the ball more out of the backfield. Did play wide receiver in college. And I don't think he got a lot of touches catching the football as we all wanted last year. This is from Rhiannon Walker again. She said, Matt Ioannidis, another guy good at his football thing, would have had a clean shot of Taylor Heineke in real life. came through untouched up the middle. So this is good for Matt Ioannidis. I'm happy to see him back. He's really going to make this defensive line better. Like I said, PFF ranked our defensive line number 2 at all the defensive lines in the NFL. With Matt Ioannidis coming back in full throttle and healthy, he was the best pass rusher on the team in 2019. And then Chase Young came, but he's our best interior pass rusher for sure. I don't think it's a debate at all. Matt Ioannidis is definitely our interior. He's our best interior pass rusher. So him coming back is definitely gonna make this defensive line even nastier. Him and Tim Settle, it's gonna be a nasty D line. I can't wait. She also says that Montez Sweat batted the pass. I already talked about that. And if he didn't get there, Chase Young was barreling towards Ryan Fitzpatrick on the edge. So Chase Young would have got bat there if Montez Sweat did not bat the pass down. She also says, imagine running a fake and you turn around and realize not only was Chase Young not fooled, but is in your face. That's what just happened to Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he was somehow able to get the ball out of his hands. I have no clue how. Chase Young was right there with the play. Chase Young was right there with his arms extended, but Ryan Fitzpatrick still got the pass off. Also, Chase Young, he switched up, beating Cornelius Lucas inside of what would be a sack of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Next play, Chase Young accidentally put a lick on Logan Thomas, so it looks like he hit stick Logan Thomas and almost hurt him. We don't want you to hurt our best tight end. Come on, Chase, you got to dial it down. Chill, man. We don't want you to hurt Logan Thomas. Thomas walked away from the play, and Young went over to check on him. Logan Thomas came back on the following play, so looks like Logan Thomas was A-OK. Just got a big hit. She also said that Kansas had a pair of impressive catches. I did talk about that over William Jackson, so that's really good to hear. Then she says, oh my goodness, Ben St. Juste has made a beautiful break on the ball on the right side. I had it in hands, but couldn't finish the pick. So everybody's talking about how good Ben St. Juste was. And then she also talks about Taylor Heineke on the next play. Looks like he had an easy completion to the running back who leaked out of the backfield, lofted up, and Jeremy Reeves was able to recover and break up the pass. So Jeremy Reeves did a heck of a job today as well. She also says these safeties are going to have their kill shots at the quarterbacks this season. They've dialed up several times. So they're going to be sending a lot of safety blitzes. I'm happy to hear about that because we did that, and we did that pretty well against the Giants where Daniel Jones, we got him. I think Cameron Crowe got a sack on him, but he has to learn how to punch the ball out on Daniel Jones because Danny will fumble the football. She also says that Steve Sims had a very nice catch along the left side where Jeremy Reeves came on a safety blitz. Taylor Heineke threw the pass to Steve Sims for a nice first down. So everything, they basically just talked about how good Ben St. Juste was in practice today. Jeremy Reeves had a nice pass breakup on Lamar Miller. And Nikki Javala says that Chase Young is the hype man that you needed, that you never knew that you needed. Cameron Crowe also had a pass breakup as well today, too. So let's talk about the positions as well. Antonio Gibson caught a pass over DeShazier Everett. So let's talk about the positions as well. Like who they didn't really talk about who started today, but they did talk about. So this is from Matt Paris. DeShazier Everett was starting at free safety yesterday, but Bobby McCain was the main free safety for today. DeShazier Everett was the free safety yesterday. Also, Jimmy Moreland was out. Like I said before, Darryl Roberts was getting reps at nickel, and that kept Cameron Crowe at safety. Cole Holcomb and Jamin Davis were your linebackers for today. So those are the notes of the position. DeAndre Carter was getting snaps over Steven Sims today, so that is interesting for the wide receiver rotation as well. That and Rivera highlighted that DeAndre Carter is going to have potential. That he'll potentially be the team starting punt returner this season. So that is interesting. So let's go over the news and notes from Ron Rivera's press conference here. Just saying good things about Ben St. Juste, saying that he plays the whole play. There's no relaxing his game. He has great vision, natural abilities because of his wingspan, and great core strength. So just getting this hyped up for Ben St. Juste, man. Like I'm gonna temper my expectations, but man, he looks good. He looks good. Let's see here. He also talks about Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber lost weight, and he's gotten stronger as well. Ron Rivera said that he lost that baby fat, but he's still a thumper and has good leverage. So he's that tough yardage guy. I remember the game against the Eagles, he had 17 carries for 39 yards, but he made big plays. I mean, he made that 4th and 1. It was like 3rd and 1. The guy makes tough plays. I know we're all, we want the sexy guy or like an Antonio Gibson who's going to hit home runs and get, 20-yard runs here and there and wave bye-bye and get 3 touchdowns. But Peyton Barber, he's that dirty lunch pail guy that's just going to get those tough yardage and get that first down. He's going to put his head down and get the first down. He's not going to make home run hitters, but he's just that tough guy that you need. And he's a guy that is going to battle for making this roster. Maybe Jared Patterson can make the roster over him, but Peyton Barber, I guess he felt like he needed to lose weight and, and get a little faster and shiftier as well. So we'll see how it works out for him in training camp and in preseason. Ron Rivera raved about Sammy Reyes as well. He compared him to Jimmy Graham with that basketball aspect. So we'll see if Sammy's can get better and develop over the next 2 or 3 years. Ron Rivera also said that Chase Young looks fluid out there today, and then he was also making fun of those school pics that Ryan Fitzpatrick, he was like holding up a board, and it was like first day of school, stuff like that, just making fun of those pictures that were pretty funny as well. So nothing but good things today. Let's talk about the Montez Sweat quote here. Let's see if I have it in my notes here. I think it was from Sam Fortier had the tweet. So he says, Montez Sweat, I'm not a fan of vaccines at all, I won't get vaccinated until I get more facts on. And then he says, I haven't caught COVID yet, so I don't see me treating COVID until I actually get COVID. So the thing is, you want to treat something before you get it. I get both sides. You know, people don't trust the vaccine or whatever. I understand that 100%. If you don't want to get a needle, you don't want to get a shot, things like that. I understand Montez Sweat's take on that. So I'm not going to bash the man for his take. It's not as outlandish as Kirk Cousins saying, if I die, I die. But, you know, it is interesting. I'll leave it at that. So I'm not disagreeing. I'm not against what Montez Sweat said. But you kind of want to prevent something before it can happen. You don't want to just wait to get hit or something and be like, oh, okay, I'll treat I'll treat something, when it happens. You kind of want to prevent things from happening. So that's my take on it. Hey, that's his belief. He listened to the meeting with the doctor that told him about the vaccine. He still feels the same way. It hasn't really changed the way he felt. So it is what it is on that. So day 3 is tomorrow. We'll look more at the quarterback competition. I'm hearing Kyle Allen has been that third string guy working his way back from injury, but still has been taking reps in team drills. But yeah, I mean, Ben St. Juste is balling, man. If he can keep balling on the outside, they can move Kendall Fuller into that slot corner position, or try him at a free safety. Kendall Fuller is very versatile. Kendall Fuller was really good in the slot corner position as well when he was with Washington that first time. So that could be his natural place. And then you could just have 2 6'2", 6'1" corners, and Willie Jackson III and Ben St. Juste on the outside, just 2 guys with long arms with great speed and great instincts and are very physical and very aggressive. And we could have that nasty, nasty secondary with Cameron Curl on the back end and also Bobby McCain. And this would be, Landon Collins as well. But this would be a nasty, nasty secondary behind this defensive line. So just definitely, it's hard not to get too excited about Ben St. Juste, but like I said, I'm going to temper my expectations. So we'll see what happens in training camp and in preseason. So, all right, you guys, health to the football team. Peace.